You step off the plane, your phone buzzes, strategy call in 90 minutes, and your brain feels like it missed a time zone. You know you should be sharp, but your decisions are slow, your heart rate is up, and HRV looks like a flat line. If you need to be functional today, you need a targeted reboot.
Yeah, I've seen founders try to muscle through that and make worse calls. It's a cascade. One bad decision, and the rest of the day unravels.
Welcome to Nomad Life Success, episode 123. I'm Aria Reyes. Today we break down MitoCharge, a tight 3-step protocol to restore executive energy after long-haul travel. No fluff, metrics to track, safety checks, and a plug-and-play kit you can run from an airport lounge or a hotel room. Treat your biology like your business infrastructure.
Quick orientation. This is about closing the energy gap mitochondria leave after travel. We're not promising miracles. We're engineering recovery you can measure and iterate.
Exactly. The common pattern. HRV drops 20 to 40% on day 0. Morning resting heart rate can climb 5 to 10 beats. Slow wave sleep gets compressed. And reaction time tests show measurable slowing. Those are real operational costs. Missed strategy points, sloppy negotiations, poor hiring calls.
And physiologically, a big part of that is transient mitochondrial dysfunction, reduced ATP availability, substrate mismatch, and a sympathetic overlay from cabin hypoxia and travel stress. The body shifts into quick fixes instead of efficient energy production.
So MitoCharge targets 3 things: metabolic priming for NAD+ pathways, a controlled mitohormetic nudge via movement and cold microdoses to restore perfusion, and a timed nutrient priming to reestablish oxidative substrate flow. Each step maps to metrics you can log: HRV trend, SpO2 spot checks, morning resting HR, sleep stage percentages, and a subjective energy VAS.
Lay out the exact sequence and timing. People need windows and stop conditions.
Step 1. Metabolic priming with low-dose NAD+ precursors and cofactors. Practical microdose numbers: 50 to 100 milligrams nicotinamide riboside, or roughly 10 to 20 milligrams NMN equivalent, paired with about 100 milligrams acetyl L-carnitine and a light B complex. Take this within the first 60 to 90 minutes after arrival.
And don't take it on an empty stomach if you're on meds. If you're on prescription drugs, especially anticoagulants, or some psychiatric meds, check with your clinician before introducing precursors.
Right. Practical note. Pair the microdose with 250 to 300 milliliters of water and a 10 to 15 gram protein snack, a small Greek yogurt cup, a hard-boiled egg, or a protein sachet. Log a baseline morning resting HR and 0 to 10 subjective energy VAS before dosing, then record again 3 hours after. If resting HR climbs more than 8 to 10 BPM or you feel jittery, pause and consult.
And don't mistake short-term alertness for real recovery. Track trends, not single-point spikes.
Step 2 is a compact movement plus cold microdose to kick peripheral perfusion and trigger mitohormesis. 3 minutes of a short mobility set, think hip openers, thoracic rotations, and slow hinge patterns, followed immediately by a 90 to 120 second cold face and forearm rinse, or an ice pack applied to the forearms. The intent is a targeted peripheral stimulus, not a full plunge.
Safety call. Remain seated if you feel lightheaded. Use a fingertip pulse oximeter before and after. If SpO2 drops 3 to 4% or you experience dizziness, stop immediately. This is controlled and conservative.
Exactly. Typical acute response. Transient HR rise that settles, SpO2 unchanged or slightly improved if perfusion increases, and a subjective bump in alertness within 20 to 30 minutes. Log the immediate HR and SpO2, then check again at 30 and 90 minutes to see the settling pattern.
One operational tip: have a small towel and a disposable ice pack in your travel kit. No fancy gear needed, just repeatable, measurable microdoses.
Step 3. Timed nutrient priming. Within 2 hours of arrival, aim for 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, plus 20 to 30 grams of low GI carbohydrates, and a targeted electrolyte cadence, about 300 to 500 milligrams sodium, 200 to 400 milligrams potassium, and 200 milligrams magnesium if tolerated. The goal is to restore steady oxidative substrate flow and avoid glycemic spikes that push cells into inefficient glycolysis.
If you're running CGM, watch for a modest post-meal rise with a smooth return over 2 hours. A sharp spike and crash is the pattern to avoid. That kills afternoon cognition.
A common operational mistake. People immediately chase stimulants or pile on caffeine and sugar. That gives short-lived alertness and fragments sleep later, which defeats the whole point. Instead, run the 3 steps, log HRV and subjective VAS, and avoid escalations until your trend lines improve.
Let's talk hardware and automation. What should listeners pack, and how do they automate logging?
Minimal, reliable stack. A validated wearable that captures HRV windows, a fingertip pulse oximeter for spot SpO2 checks, and a small travel kit with measured microdose supplements and an ice pack. Pre-program your HRV app for baselines before landing and intervals at 1, 3, and 12 hours after arrival, so you get automated checkpoints. I provide presets and a 24-hour tracking template at shop.nomadlifesuccess.com/MitoCharge to make this plug and play.
2 final operational checks. 1. Don't repeat the full protocol multiple times in a single day. Give the physiology rest days. 2. Document everything. Compliance and legitimacy come from consistent logging, not anecdotes.
Good. The hard data to track are HRV trend, morning resting HR, SpO2 spot checks, slow wave sleep percentage, CGM variability if available, and a baseline cognitive VAS at arrival and 4 hours after protocol. Use the 24-hour template to avoid overfitting to one metric.
1 point of friction. Some advocates push longer cold exposures because they believe more is better. I'm not convinced that's safe or necessary immediately post-flight. Longer sessions increase vasoconstriction risk without clear added benefits over controlled microdoses.
I agree. The microdose model gives repeatable signal with defined stop conditions. If you want progressive cold training, do that on recovery days, not in the immediate arrival window. Safety first.
So, the takeaway. 1 measured microdose of precursors, a short movement plus cold nudge, and a timed protein plus low GI carb meal. Track trends, avoid stimulants, and automate logging.
Run MitoCharge on arrival. Log HRV plus subjective VAS plus SpO2, and give yourself the rest days your biology needs. If you want the full kit and the 24-hour tracking template, everything is at shop.nomadlifesuccess.com/MitoCharge. Build a portable foundation at shop.nomadlifesuccess.com. That is your high-performance blueprint for today. Remember, treat your biology like your business infrastructure. If your physical stack fails, the business stops. Minimize the friction and stay optimized.